Hello everyone, Ronnie J here from internetradiostation.com, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use PAL scripts. The real power behind Sam Broadcaster is its ability to use what are called PAL scripts. PAL is short for Playlist Automation Language. PAL scripts are basically mini programs that can be executed inside Sam Broadcaster to accomplish almost anything. For example, many stations use a PAL script to load shows at specific times or to keep the queue full of songs according to custom playlist rotation rules. The beauty of using PAL scripts is that they can fully automate your station without having spent a whole lot of time doing it. I know many people have problems with PAL scripts or understanding what they are and how to use them. I was one of those persons in the very beginning. But once you get a basic understanding of what they are and how they are used, the process, you'll find that they are very easy and you will be sold on using PAL scripts. So basically, when you're preparing to use any PAL script in Sam Broadcaster, you must, one, place all of your PAL scripts in one location. And you can be doing that for organizational purposes and for easy access. I mean, you don't want your PAL scripts all over the place on your PC. So you're going to basically want to create a directory and place all of your PAL scripts in one location. I recommend that you place them within the program files, spatial audio, SAM-BC, and there's a directory called PAL. If it's not there, create it and place all your PAL scripts there. And I'll demonstrate that in the video. The second thing that you want to do is to create a category for your PAL scripts. All PAL scripts must have a matching category, and I'll demonstrate that in the video. Once you have your category created, you want to load your category with music or whatever you need to do for that PAL script. The fourth thing is to open and edit one entry in the PAL script, and I'll show you that. Then you want to start your PAL script and test your PAL script. So you're talking basically 5 steps, and once you understand those 5 steps, using PAL scripts are very easy. There are many PAL scripts, and so I'm not going to go through each and every one of them because they all basically are set up the same way. So in this video, I'm going to show you 2 of the PAL scripts that I use to handle voiceovers and one to play a requested song. So once set up, it's all automated and there's nothing else that I'll need to do. So you're looking at my desktop C, and recall from a previous video, I had mentioned to you that I placed my Auxiliary 1 media player to the far left, my media player Auxiliary 2 to the far right, and I placed my PAL script window in between them. The first thing that you want to do here is to make sure that both of your auxiliary players are set to air, and then push both of the volumes up to the very top. And the reason why is because whatever you load up into these players is going to play on the top of a song, so you want it to stand out. The next thing I recommend that you do, if you haven't already, is to place all of your PAL scripts into one location. In your Sam Broadcaster installation, you'll find that Sam Broadcaster is installed under the program files. Then there's a directory inside there called spatial audio, then one called SAM-BC. Then inside SAM-BC, there's a directory called PAL. Inside here, all of the preloaded PAL scripts that Sam Broadcaster gives you. If you check the link on the website, you can download my 13 PAL scripts that I'll give you, and you can place them in here and load them up. Now in this video, I'll be using a PAL script or 2 PAL scripts. One is called Voiceover aux1, and the auxiliary 1 means that it will play in the aux1 or work with the aux1 rather media players. So to load up your PAL scripts, you want to go to your PAL script window, click the plus symbol, and click on the automatically start script checkbox there. Click on this folder icon and navigate to the location of your PAL script. And automatically what Sam Broadcaster will do most of the time is that it'll take you directly to your PAL script directory. And the first PAL script that I want to load up is one called Voiceover aux1. That means here that this PAL script will work with the aux1 media player here. So I'm going to select that, then click open, and then click OK. And there it is. The next PAL script that I want to load in here will run on auxiliary 2. So I'm going to click on the plus symbol, Tick on the box that says automatically start script, click on the folder icon, and we'll navigate to the PAL script that says request announcer aux2. And I'll click open and click OK, and it's loaded in here. So one PAL script will run on this media player, auxiliary 1, and the other PAL script will run on auxiliary 2. The next thing that you want to do is create two categories, each one to match your PAL script. So I want to create a category called Voiceovers and create another one called Request Announcer or something like that. So to do that, I'm going to go to my desktop A, come down to my playlist window here, and double click on the content icon to expand that out. And I always place my PAL scripts under station IDs. Most of the time I could place them under jingles or promos or advertisements depending on what that PAL script is going to be doing. In this example, I'm going to place my PAL scripts under these station IDs here. So let me expand this out. And I already have a category created for top of the hour. In fact, if we go back to desktop C, you can see that I have a top of the hour PAL script already running, and it has a matching category. And that's what you see right here. So let's create a category called Voiceovers. So I'll select station IDs, right click, select new, and type in Voiceovers. You want to take note of this name because we're going to enter this name inside the PAL script when we edit it. Alright, so that's for the Voiceovers, and we're going to create one more, and we'll call that Request Voiceovers. Let's go back to our PAL script. So we're going to go to desktop C, and I'm going to double click on each of these PAL scripts and make an edit. So I'm going to select the Voiceover PAL script here and double click on it. That opens it up. There's only one thing that you need to edit in here. So we'll scroll down, and it will be in green here, right there. See where it says liners category? We want to make sure that this name matches the category that I just created, and it does. So I'm just double checking that. So there's nothing else I need to do. If you gave your category a different name, say for example if you called it Voiceovers hyphen, that's what you want to place in there. But since I didn't do that, I created mine called Voiceovers with a space. That's fine. Once you make that edit, then do File and then Save. We're done with that PAL script. Let's double click on the second PAL script that I entered in here. And the same thing. We'll scroll down and find the area in green here. And it says Request Voiceovers. So that's what I put in my category. So this is okay. And then I'll do a File and Save, then close that out. My next step now is to load my voiceovers into these categories. So let me go to desktop A. Under my playlist window, I have my voiceover and request voiceovers categories created. I'm going to load my voiceovers into the first one here, voiceover. So I'll click on that, click the plus symbol, and I'm going to add directory since I have my voiceovers inside of a directory. And that directory should be called voiceovers. Okay, and there they are. And for my request voiceovers, I'll select that one, click the plus icon, add directory, and navigate to my request voiceovers, which is here. Then click OK, and there they are. So I have in my voiceovers, I have my voiceovers for my voiceover PAL that I run in auxiliary 1, and request voiceovers for my request system that are existing in the request voiceover category here. I have a practice of listening to my voiceovers just to make sure that they sound okay. So to do that, you want to come down and you can right click on the voiceover and select Song Info. Then come over to Settings and click Play. Now you can't hear it, but I can, so I know that it's playing. While you're in here, for each and every voiceover that you create, I'm going to disable the gap killer so that it doesn't cut off my voice at the end of the voiceover. Also, I'm going to go to fading, and up here where it says enable fade out and enable fade in, I'm going to disable these. So check that, and I'm going to check this like you see here. I don't want them to fade out and I don't want them to fade in. And then click OK. And we want to do that for each and every one. So let me go down to the next one here under my voiceovers. I'll do a right click, Song Info, Settings. I'll disable the gap killer and go to Fading, disable the fade in and fade out. then click OK. Same thing for the request voiceovers. So I'll highlight that category, right click, song info, settings, and I can also listen to that request. And I'm going to disable the gap killer, then go to fading and disable the fade out and fade in and click OK. And if you have a lot of voiceovers and request voiceovers, this can be time consuming, but it's necessary. Right click, song info, settings, disable the gap killer, fading, and disable fade out, and disable fade in, and OK. All set. Now let's go over to desktop C and let's start the PAL scripts. So to start the PAL scripts, you simply highlight it or click this icon here, or right click and say start. Right click, start. Right here it says running. Notice over here that the voiceover that is in this category here has been loaded up in auxiliary 1. As you can see, here's the file, the MP3 file. It's not running yet, but it's standing by, and it's a 10.4 second voiceover. And over here you can see it's saying here waiting for 1 tracks to play. So in other words, what it's telling us here, let's go to desktop A. It's waiting for a song that has been tagged for a voiceover. Let me show you how to tag your songs for this particular PAL script. I'm on desktop A, and coming down to the queue, I'm going to right click on a song that I want to tag for the voiceover. We'll do a song info, and we'll go to settings tab up here, and we'll play the song for about 6 seconds. So you click play, and you can watch this right here. About 6 seconds, then stop it. Come down to the intro section here and double click on this area right here, and make sure that seconds is set to 6. Then click OK and click OK again. So this song in the queue, Smooth Jazzers, A Bright Ending, is tagged for one of these voiceovers to play over it. Let me do one more. I'll do this one by Tunes. So I'll right click on it, song info, settings, play the song for about 6 seconds. I'm looking at this right here. Stop it. Come down to the area here where it says intro, double click in this area right here. Set this to 6. Click OK. And click OK. So I have 2 songs in this example set for a voiceover. So let's see how this works. I'm going to go back to my desktop C and verify that my PAL script is running. It is. Waiting for 1 tracks to play. In auxiliary 1, I have one of the voiceovers loaded up, standing by. So let's go ahead and start up the Sam Broadcaster. There are no songs right now loaded into the deck, so when I click the play button, the first song up here should go into deck A, and we should hear the voiceover. All right, let's begin. Hi, I'm Ronnie J. You're listening to the smoothest jazz radio station on the planet. Here's more smooth jazz right here. And that's how it works. Let me stop this. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to stop this. I should mention at this point that in this particular PAL script, it doesn't play the voiceover on every song. It doesn't play the voiceover on every song after each song has played. It's going to wait 15 minutes and then it's going to look for a song tag for voiceover. So I'm going to stop the script and then restart it. And what this is doing, this is just to show you, I'm just resetting it so that it will play the next song that I've tagged right here, Tunes. So I'm going to go ahead and start up my Sam Broadcaster again, and the song in deck A will continue to play. And I'm going to fast forward it, and the next song to load into the queue will be the one by Al Jarreau, Never Giving Up. And I'll fast forward that, and then we should hear the one by Tunes with a voiceover. So I'll advance this song, Algero's loading in now.
Lifting your soul higher.
We are your smooth jazz leader, WRIP, Rip Radio Smooth Jazz Radio, at ripradio.com.
So apparently I tagged that song. I forgot I had tagged it. So that's how it works. Let me advance this song. In fact, let me stop the script. And I'll restart it. And going back to my desktop A, I will continue with Algero. So I'll start my SAM up again. Advance the song.
Lifting your soul higher.
We are your smooth jazz leader, WRIP, Rip Radio Smooth Jazz Radio, at ripradio.com.
And that's it. That's how setting up the voiceovers work. Let's go back to desktop C. We're being told here that waiting time is 4:08. The time right now is about 3:55, and it's waiting for 4:08, and then it's going to look for a song that's been tagged for a voiceover and play it. And again, if you have a request system set up, then what's loaded over here in Auxiliary 2 will play. So if you have a caller who calls in or who makes a request from your website, they look into your music library and it's a song that they like, and they request it, that song is going to be placed in the queue, and then it's going to play. And it's going to play that drop right here, letting the listener know that here's your request. So that's it for using PAL scripts. If I can leave you with any advice, you want to make sure that you follow these steps that I outlined in this video and also on the website, that for each PAL script that you run, you have a matching category for it. For example, I have 3 PAL scripts running here, and I have 3 categories set: top of the hour, voiceovers, and request voiceovers. And that's basically it. This is Ronnie J from internetradiostation.com. Thank you for listening.